Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I like standing for the Rangers videos, and I'm here to talk about Game 3 of the regular season where the Rangers win 3-1 over the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. What an evening of Rangers hockey. Alright, first things first, Igor Shesterkin absolutely stole this game away from the Montreal Canadiens. What an incredible performance tonight by our goaltender, Igor Shesterkin. Magnificent. 31 of 32, and let me make sure you understand this. Those were not 31 just, easy muffin shots. These were high danger scoring chances. These were actual scoring chances, not just shots on goal. But they had so many great opportunities where Shesterkin wasn't just, oh, that's a great save. He was robbing them and robbing them and robbing them and over and over and over. And my goodness gracious. Just what a treat to see how great Igor Shesterkin was tonight. And even the one goal tonight was more so a terrible play on the defense and not so much him. So let's talk about the goal scoring. First goal for the Rangers is a power play Chris Kreider tip-in. I feel like I've talked about Chris Kreider tipping in goals before. Anyway, he would get us on the board first in the second period to make it 1-0 Rangers. Again, Chris Kreider just loves tipping. I mean, that's what he does. He is the captain tip man. That sounds weird. I'm going to roll with it. That's what he does. He just tips them in. He's great at it. It's how he does everything. It's insane. He's just the best tipper-inner. Is that even a thing? It is now in the league. It's incredible how he just has this knack for just perfectly tipping them into the net. 3 games. 3 tip-in goals for Chris Kreider. It's hilarious. Now, the Canadiens would score in the third period, and it was a magnificent passing sequence and just a magnificent series of events for the Montreal Canadiens that was truly incredible. Capped off with a Jonathan Duran goal where he just was kind of left all open in front. So part of it was, defense kind of fell apart there. That being said, I mean, that was a nasty goal to make it 1-1 and blew the top off of the Canada Center. I mean, it was loud after that point on. But the Rangers would answer back. Adam Fox makes a fantastic defensive play, which I feel like is almost a gamely thing that I say at this point. Gets the puck over to Mika Zibanejad. He heads into the zone with 2 Canadiens on him. Waits, gets to the net. A perfect pass over to Alexis Lafreniere. Tips it in. And the Rangers make it a 2-1 game again. Alexis Lafreniere scores in his first game in Canada. The first game back in his home province to make it a 2-1. And it would be the game-winning goal by Alexis Lafreniere. And I want to take a moment to talk about Mika Zibanejad, who tonight had a pair of points. 2.9 for him. Awesome. He had a point the other night, so he's at 3 points so far on the season. All assists, but still. Mika Zibanejad is a player who everyone sort of considers this incredible offensive player, right? The big goal scorer. That's what we think of when we think of Mika Zibanejad. Especially league-wide. People don't talk about how great of a defender Mika Zibanejad is. This is a guy that can be on the penalty kill for a lot of minutes. He has an incredible 200-foot game, and tonight it was on display again. This might be one of the best defensive games I've ever seen from Mika Zibanejad. He was flying all over. His power stride is back, which is massive. He had a breakaway that almost went earlier, just Jake Allen robbed him. I mean, Zibanejad looks great. He looked incredible tonight. A perfect pass here over to Alexis Lafreniere. He also had a very nice play. Granted, it was unassisted for Kevin Rooney, but a defensive play started by Mika Zibanejad would get him the puck for the empty netter. I mean, Mika Zibanejad was incredible tonight. Defensively and also offensively was also pretty darn good. But Alexis Lafreniere scored that goal. A beautiful one by Alexis Lafreniere. And got a high stick after the goal. And him on the bench in basically his home, just smiling ear to ear while bleeding from the chin. There's something that is just beautifully hockey about that. Just genuinely the childlike look of wonder on Alexis Lafreniere's face. Just like, it's a little bit of blood. I don't care. Nothing's taking this moment away from me. I can't describe why. It was such a, ironically, even though because he was bleeding, it was just such a wholesome moment of just like this is my moment. It was incredible. And that would be the game winner. Alexis Lafreniere has scored, is that his 4th game-winning goal to this point of his young career? It's insane. And I already mentioned it, but Kevin Rooney would get an empty netter to seal the game 3-1 for the New York Rangers. They get their first win of the season, making them 1-1-1 on the season. And, alright, what went well tonight? Well, everything. Igor Shesterkin was a brick wall. The offense did enough. They actually scored. The power play was okay. They got a goal out of it. The penalty kill was absurd. The defense, for the most part, was great. The forecheck was fantastic. They played a very physical game. Even though they didn't really control the puck all the time in the Canadiens' offensive zone, we were at least keeping the puck in there and forcing them to just spend time in their own zone trying to break out of it. And that was massive. Everything went well for the Rangers tonight. And it really felt tonight like everything was just starting to click and everything was starting to fall into place really, really well. And even though Lafy scored the game-winning goal back home, I really feel like the main story of the game should be Igor Shesterkin and his absolutely heroic performance in net. There were so many robberies by Igor Shesterkin tonight. It's insane. We were outshot in the third period 14-7, and he was just magnificent. He also stopped all 13 of 13 in the second period. Igor Shesterkin was absolutely bonkers tonight, and it was just great to see him back at full form. He looks as good as he did last season. It's fantastic. Just a great all-around win for the New York Rangers to give them their first one of the year. They just looked magnificent. This is what I was kind of hoping to see. They looked great. There's nothing else I can add to it. Their performance spoke for itself. It was wonderful. We play in Toronto Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be here after that. So, kind of a shorter video, but it's to the point. Anyway, that is all I have to say for the evening. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.